Now, within a period of a month, Sofi Technologies stock has went up by over 39%, bringing tons and tons of excitement to the investors. Now, you will remember that the reason why we saw such a big rise in share price of Sofi is simply because one of their peers, which is the Lendings Club, reported some mind-blowing Q3 earnings results, which is why we saw investors also optimistic about Sofi upcoming Q3 earnings results, just said to be published this coming Thursday, or which Sofi is set to announce this coming Thursday. Now, these Q3 earnings results, which the Lending Club announced, made their share to rise by over 50%, which brought a lot of excitement to those that invest in that company, which is why the excitement also kind of like jumped to the Sofi investors, thinking that Sofi will also release the good earnings results, same as or in relation to their peer, which is something that is incredible. So the earnings results that the Lendings Club announced is not the only thing that is kind of like making the Sofi investors to be optimistic about this company Sofi, but it is also the banking chatter, or the banking chatter is one of the things that is making investors to really be optimistic about Sofi Technologies stock as a whole. In fact, this is another reason that is adding more fuel to the shares of Sofi to rise, which is something that is incredible, because you remember that, like I've indicated in my previous video, Sofi does not have a final approval of the banking charter, but they currently have sort of like a preliminary approval towards this banking charter, which is something that is incredible. So now this banking charter is very good to Sofi because like for instance, it increases their lending capacity, or it enables them to increase their lending capacity. It also makes it possible for them to improve their marketing and pricing control. And last but not least, it also makes them not to rely on third-party banks, which is something that is incredible. So this banking charter is something, or it's one of the things that will open so many doors on this Sofi Technologies, which is something that it's one of the main reasons why investors are very optimistic about this Sofi Technology stock. But besides looking at the banking charter, investors, one of the things that kind of like make them to be so optimistic about Sofi Technologies is because this fintech company enables its clients to bank, save, invest, spend, and also trade, which is something that is incredible, because there's no bank out there, or there's no traditional bank out there that can enable you or enable its clients to do a wide range of things into a single platform. So this is one of the things that put Sofi Technologies to an advantage over the other traditional banks, which is why we are not, or I'm not surprised to see even the kind of number of growth in terms of clients coming in to join this Sofi, or to use this Sofi Technologies for their day-to-day banking services, because it is one of a kind. Otherwise, on today's video, guys, we'll be looking on the upcoming Q3 earnings results that Sofi is set to announce this coming week, Thursday. So without a waste of time, please note that none of the things that I'll be saying here constitute financial advice. If you seek professional financial advice, you'll know what to do by now, and that is you need to go and consult the professional. So if you like the content that I'll be sharing, or I've shared and I'll still be sharing about Sofi Technologies on this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and once you subscribe, if you're new, please don't forget to hit or press the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. So please do watch this video until the end, because I definitely think that this content will definitely make you to decide if you should add your more holdings on your Sofi stock before the earnings or not. So please do watch, like I said, till the end, because I definitely think that you're going to like the content that I have in store for you on today's video. Now, without a waste of time, for the Q2 earnings results, you will remember that Sofi Technologies reported a wider than expected loss, and the reason why they reported a wider than expected loss was because of their acquisition of the payment processor Galilio. Now, that acquisition made them to report a wider than expected loss. But was I worried, or should you be worried about that wider than expected loss that we witnessed on the Q2 of 2021? I definitely think not, because this payment processor Galilio enables, or it adds a good advantage and put Sofi at a very good competitive advantage in terms of their transactions and all those kind of things, which is something that is incredible and has to make you not to panic. Now, on the upcoming Q3 earnings results, or for the upcoming Q3 earnings results, Sofi Technologies is expected to report an EPS or an earnings per share of negative 0.14, which I definitely think that they will beat this EPS no problem. Otherwise, as for the total revenue, they are expected to report total revenues of over 255 million US dollars. Now, I personally think, like I said, that Sofi is going to beat these analyst expectations, and you should not worry or panic. In fact, me personally, I think that now is the good time that I probably think that you should add more holdings on this Sofi Technology stock, because I think that it will do very well on this Q3 earnings results. What gives us confidence is the fact that one of the companies in its peers, which is the Lending Club, reported some very good earnings results, which makes us want to think that we can also expect or see Sofi Technologies reported some good Q3 earnings results, which is something that has to motivate you. And who knows, probably we'll also see Sofi Technologies go rising further after those earnings results, which is something that is incredible. Now, Sofi Technologies, if there's one thing that you need to always make sure that you check, or you go out there and check, is to make sure that you are up to date with the final banking charter approval, as this, like I said in the beginning of this video, will open so many doors for Sofi Technologies, and it will make it easier for them to be able to attract even more clients into their business, which is something that will result in Sofi Technologies even able to generate tons and tons of revenue, which is something that I think, or in fact, this is what I've been telling you to say, that I think now is the best chance, or a good opportunity for you to jump into Sofi, because once the banking charter final approval is in Sofi's hands, then that's lights out for this stock. You know that this stock, or the share price of Sofi, will rise further. If you think that you have seen the best out of Sofi this year, then wait until they get their hands on that banking charter. Then you will tell me, or you'll talk to me, because I believe, like I said, with the banking charter, it will open so many doors for Sofi, and which is something that investors are very optimistic about, to say that they will get this banking charter no problem. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I'm ready to see these upcoming earnings results, which Sofi will be announcing this coming week, Thursday, which I believe Sofi, like I said, will thresh those analyst expectations. Otherwise, with all that, guys, before you decide if you should invest into Sofi Technologies, please go out there, do your own due diligence onto this stock, and then decide if you can add it to your holdings, or add more holdings onto this Sofi Technology stock. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that likes button, comment, and subscribe. And while you subscribe, if you're new, don't forget to hit that notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.